Hi, it's Mo from Mo Reads It, and we are back at our weekly read along, read with me live, whatever you want to call it. We are here. I am happy I'm actually on time because I did not realize what time it was today. I've been running around like a crazy person. But pretty much, if you're new to this readathon, we pretty much do 45-minute Pomodoro, and for the first 7 minutes-ish, we chit-chat and talk about what books we plan on reading. Right now, I have A Marvelous Light, and last night I finished Only a Monster. I stayed up way too long last night actually reading this book. I shouldn't have stayed up until, what time did I go to bed? Like 2 o'clock in the morning? Reading this? No. Was it even that captivating? Not really. I was just enjoying the adventure. It's a 4-star book for sure, but like, I feel like I should have actually slept last night knowing that I had so much things to do today. But 4 stars. It was good. I think the plot twist was my favorite part, but other than that, it was very contemporary fantasy, and I don't care for contemporary fantasy. This was the book of the month for Fairy Loot. I don't fully remember. Which one is this one from? This one was from Fairy Loot. They always do those interesting, what's it called? What is it called? When you do foiling on the hardback. Embossing? I think it's called embossing. You know, you do that word foiling on it. They always do the characters of the book, so that's how I knew that this was a Fairy Loot book. It's okay, little one. My dog is crying because I'm no longer giving him attention. What are you guys going to read for our 45 minutes of fun time? I was reading earlier today. I started A Marvelous Light, but I'm not into it yet. Oh, hi, Princess. How are you? I hope you're doing well. How was Only a Monster? Because that is gorgeous. It was a 4-star book. 4 stars. I like the plot twist, but I'm not into contemporary fantasy. I'm only into, like, I don't know how to explain it, regular fantasy. I don't care about contemporary writing, like, at all. I think all of the references to modern day living just throws me out of the whole reading vibe. And I just want to read about a fantastical universe. I'm not like here for modern day life. I escape into a book to leave my current modern day life. So I don't know. Am I going to read the next book in the series though? Yes, I am. I think this is going to be a trilogy. I'm going to read it because the plot twist was like, And I do want to know what happens, so I'm going to read it. But if it wasn't for the plot twist, it probably would have been a 3. And I might not have actually want to read it next year if it was a 3. High fantasy, yeah. High fantasy. I don't know if this one's high fantasy or regular fantasy, but I do know it's kind of like a whodunit. But I'm not that into it either, so I have my Kindle, which I'm not sure what I'm going to read on here if I can't get into this Marvelous Light, but I will find something. I have a few Kindle Unlimiteds that I want to read. I just haven't put it on a TBR. I'm mostly a mood reader, so I don't know why I even make TBRs anymore. But it's fun. I'm happy. I'm enjoying it. What are you guys going to read? What are y'all reading? Happy face. Where the Drowned Girls Go. This sounds familiar, but honestly, I have no idea what it's about. I'm going to Google that really quickly. It's going to bother me if I don't know. Where the Drowned Girls Go. Ooh, is this a thriller? The cover reminds me of a thriller. Oop, there's magic. I think it's fantasy. My Goodreads is taking a while to load. Oh yeah, fantasy. I don't know why, but my Goodreads, you can't even see the screen. If you could see my screen, it would be just, I don't know, code. My Goodreads is not working. Lovely. Have you never heard of Wayward Children's series? I don't think so. I think I've heard of Peculiar Children's series. But I don't think I've heard of Wayward Children's series. They're really popular. Yeah, I haven't been reading. I just started reading again summer of last year. So I haven't been reading for 9 years. 9 years, amazing books have been published. People have talked about them. People have read them, but I was just not reading for 9 years. I recently restarted reading this past summer because I became really ill and I couldn't do anything else really. And it was really fun. And that's why I started BookTube, because I had so much fun reading, but I had no one to talk to books with. So now I can talk to people about books and I can read my favorite books. Mel's Shelf. I'm reading Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. It's my first ever reread of the whole series. Have I read Harry Potter? I don't actually remember. I don't know if I read Harry. I feel like I did because I remember someone gave me a copy of the Harry Potter's book and it had more than one book in it. But I don't remember if I actually read Harry Potter. I think I've seen almost all of the movies, but in reality, I just never got into the series. So I have forgotten a lot about it. Would I ever read Harry Potter? I don't know. I'm not sure. And these are questions I'm making up in my head because now you've trickled my Harry Potter thoughts, and I'm like, I haven't read this. It's such a popular series, though. So I feel like I should read it, but then again, I'm like, if you didn't read it then, Mo, are you going to read it now? Well, Where the Drowned Girls Go is the 7th in the Wayward Children's series. Oh, that's the 7th book? Okay, this is a big series. I love big series, so my Goodreads isn't working, actually. Let me just get a sticky note and write it down because I'm a series girl. I love series reading. I like for most of my books to be published, but if they're not, a long series will make me happy. The Wayward Children's series. Okay. I wrote that one down. I'm going to add it to a future TBR. I reread the series. I reread the series every year. With JK being canceled, I don't talk about them on my channel. I don't know anything about the series. Like, I barely remember. I feel like I remember the movies more. I don't know if I read the books, honestly. I really just cannot. The JK nonsense. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard about the whole JK nonsense. I don't know what she was thinking, but whatever. I don't have any of her books because I never got into them and I don't even remember if I read them, but I have seen, I think, the majority of the movies. But that's about it. I'm not a big, what's it called? The genre, witches, and I don't know what else is in her books. I remember witches because they had little wands. But I don't care about witches necessarily unless it's done like as a romance, and her books aren't really romantic, so I don't care for them. I really like what's it called? Oh, we've been already talking for 9 minutes. I will extend the time of our reading, what's it called? Our reading Pomodoro, whatever. I mostly like fantasy romance, so yeah. Yeah. Oh, I like vampires, werewolves, anything that has to do like weird magic systems, like things that aren't typical magic systems I really like. V.E. Schwab writes very odd magic systems, but I haven't really gotten to her books yet. I try to forget about JK. Awesome, me too. I don't really think that deeply about her since I haven't read or have a big fandom to her. I definitely recommend it. Lots of nostalgia for me. I'll think about it because I know I'm more of a fantasy romance person, and I already know I don't really care for witches like that, so I'll think about it. They're super tiny, no more than 200 pages a book. The Wayward Children series? Okay, that's fine. I don't care. I don't care if it's a big book. I don't care if it's a tiny book. I like serious reading. What kind of dog do you have there? He's a Bichon Yorkie. Right now, he really wants to go outside, but I forgot what time it was, so I was supposed to take him out before I went on my live, but now he's gonna have to wait an hour until my live is over, so he's just being really clingy. His name is Lukey. He's a Bichon Yorkie. He's about 11 years old, and he's gonna get a haircut soon. He's a little overgrown with his hair. I'm gonna add it to your list. I have my TBR is overflowing. It's kind of scary now, actually. Ah, I get you. I understand that. Oh, am I good now? I was sick. I developed a chronic illness. I'll probably do like a whole YouTube video about it because it was a big part of why I became part of BookTube. But I'm managing my symptoms. I am learning to live with a new illness. But long story short, I have dysautonomia, which means that my nervous system is out of whack with my body. Have you read ACOTAR? Curious what your opinions are. I have read ACOTAR. I have so many nitpicks with ACOTAR. I have a lot of opinions on it. I actually need to do a whole series about all my thoughts on ACOTAR because I have too many for this one video. But overall, I will reread the books, but I just have lots of issues with them. They're more of like a read for what the hell, like a fun of it, but not for like a ooh, I'm reading this because, I don't know, it's my favorite thing to do. I think if you haven't read them as of right now, you most likely won't like them. Which one are you referring to? I assume you're referring to Harry Potter, but I don't know. I don't think I'll like Harry Potter, honestly, because I like fantasy romance, and I think it's a children's book and there's no romance. But I like a good story, but I don't care for witches, so I don't know. We shall see. Okay. It's 5:13. Let us start this whole reading. What's it called? Reading live reading session. Okay. Bye, guys. I will check back in. Oh, shh, I'm live. I will check back in with you guys in 45 minutes. Okay, our 45-minute reading moment is done. I got from chapter 4, I don't know, lost my grip on that. I got from chapter 4 and A Marvelous Light to chapter 5. It's now, I think, going to start picking up. So far, it hadn't picked up. It was kind of in the same building the world scenes, and it was kind of boring, honestly. But hopefully, after that chapter, I'll be able to enjoy the rest of the book. And I'm also reading, I picked up Bridgerton, the first book, The Duke and I, because Bridgerton season 2 is coming on Netflix, I think the end of March. So I really wanted to read the first and second book to see if I wanted to continue reading the series or just watch the TV show. Also, I wanted to read the book just in case the book was really good and the series on TV spoiled something for me. So I read that. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure I'm not muted. And I just read a chapter of that. So in total, I read like 2 chapters. I hope you guys had fun reading. It's 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock right now. So my reading my reading sprints are usually just like 1 hour. So if you have to go, feel free to leave. I will stay here for longer in case you guys want to chit chat. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading sprint. The sun is setting here. If you live in Washington, the sun is setting, and it is cotton candy skies. It is so beautiful and lovely. I wish I could show you guys, but I would have to unplug my computer and we would lose live. But it is so gorgeous. It is like pink cotton candy clouds. Good evening. How are you? I hope you're having a good time. That is my small animal asking me to take him outside. Take a Hint, Dan Brown by Talia Herbert. I read the first book, Get a Life, Chloe Brown. I need to read the second book in the trilogy. I think that is Take a Hint, Danny Brown. I think the last one is Act Your Age, Eve Brown. Maybe I flipped them, but I have to actually read that. I liked the first one. I gave it a 4.5, something like that. It was good. It's contemporary romance, and I'm really mostly a fantasy romance person. And I'm trying to like get into contemporary romance because I know I like romance, but I didn't care for the contemporary part about it. I found that the contemporary part of it was just weighing me down, and I couldn't get into it. But listening to an audiobook was actually pretty fun. I enjoyed listening to an audiobook because I could do a bunch of stuff around the house, and I ended up like working out for like a whole 45 minutes listening to that book. So made me happy. Okay, that is all the comments for now. I'm going to end this broadcast. I hope you guys have a good night. Remember, I'm here every Tuesday, so if you want to read with me live, join me every Tuesday. Yes, the audiobook was so hilarious. I feel like it totally completely immersed me. I like the audiobook, and it actually redeemed me reading the rest of the series. Oh, so good. But yeah, I'm going to go, guys. Hope you had fun reading. See you next Tuesday. Same time, 5 p.m. PST, or whatever type of time zone you're in. It should be on the card. See you later. Bye.